We've got some breaking news out of the NFL where the Browns have signed Shedeur to his rookie deal. Our NFL insider Jonathan Jones reporting that it's a 4-year, $4.6 million deal. So Cleveland, if you remember, selected Shedeur in the 5th round of this year's draft with the 144th overall pick. He joins a pretty crowded quarterback room there in Cleveland that also includes Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, and, of course, Deshaun Watson. So let's welcome on our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones, here to discuss. A lot going on there in Cleveland, JJ, where OTAs are about to get underway. Shedeur signs that rookie deal, and now there's, 5 quarterbacks in that room on their roster. So what can you tell us about the latest of said quarterback room in Cleveland?
You know, I think we do first have to just address this off the top, that this is probably the first 5th-round rookie that we've come in with a breaking news saying that they signed their slotted rookie deal. But that's who Shedeur Sanders is, right? That is the fantastic personality that he is, and that's what made this draft pick all the more interesting. Of course, also was interesting because he was drafted 2 rounds after the Browns took Dillon Gabriel. Look, we talked about those 5 quarterbacks. Well, let's go ahead and put one off to the side. Deshaun Watson. He is very likely going to start the season on the physically unable to perform list. I have my doubts about whether he'll be able to play at all in the 2025 season. And in fact, many people I speak with believe he's probably played his last snap as a member of the Cleveland Browns. So that leaves you with 4 quarterbacks. It's the veteran Joe Flacco. It's Kenny Pickett that the Browns acquired for a 5th-round selection. And then it's the 2 rookies in Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. I believe that seeing the first team reps, they're probably going to switch off between Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. That's what they've been doing so far. The veteran Joe Flacco probably taking a couple of days off here and there just because, well, it's May and you can. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders should be taking every opportunity to take every single rep as they can. I mean, no days off for the rookies as they battle it out. And one day, one guy will get the number 3 team reps. The next day, the other guy will. And look, the further down you go down the depth chart, the more these practices turn from just jerseys and shirts and shorts to pads and helmets and really intense practices. The fewer team reps these guys are going to be allowed to get. So every rep, once you get into July, into August, is going to be incredibly important. But for right now, both of these guys, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, they're getting the feel of things. And then when we start to see these joint practices, these preseason games, and real team drills, the Browns offense going up against the Browns first team defense, the quarterback competition is very much going to reveal itself. And lastly, I'll just say this. I highly, highly, highly doubt that the Browns are going to have 4 quarterbacks on their roster, their 53-man roster, once week 1 gets here. I don't think they're going to cut Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders or risk them potentially being poached off the practice squad. And so that means what happens with a Kenny Pickett or a Joe Flacco? One of them may get traded, maybe a quarterback-needy team out there who would use a veteran. So we'll see how things wind up shaking out. It'll be up to these guys and how they perform on the field this summer to see who stays in Cleveland.
So, JJ, I know you're just talking about the 4 other quarterbacks and their future and what that could look like. But what about Deshaun Watson? Because as mentioned, set to miss the entire 2025 season because of that Achilles tear. What do you think the future looks like for him beyond that?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, right? First of all, it's all about his health. Very rarely do we see in the NFL someone tear their Achilles during recovery from a previous Achilles tear. And he's also had other injury concerns, that sort of mysterious back/shoulder injury that derailed part of his 2023 campaign. And so you've had a slip in play ever since his final season in Houston. You've had a number of injuries, significant injuries that have mounted. You have obviously the trade for, the acquisition of, and the contract to Deshaun Watson that has been panned publicly over the years. And lastly, of course, the couple dozen allegations of sexual misconduct that he was never charged with. Grand juries declined to indict him. Ultimately, will a team, if and when the Browns do part ways with Deshaun Watson after the 2025 season, will a team be willing to take him on? All of those questions will have to be answered by a team, or well, we have seen the last of Deshaun Watson in the NFL. Certainly, he is working hard to get himself back into shape. We see the videos that he's been putting out there. But again, while nothing's certain, it does not feel as though he's going to be able to play for the Browns in 2025.
JJ, we certainly appreciate it. Talking about the Browns quarterback room and, of course, as it pertains to Shedeur Sanders signing that rookie deal. Here's the Browns schedule. They kick things off with the Battle of Ohio against the Bengals. In Week 1, they get another AFC North opponent in the Ravens in Week 2, followed by the Packers, Lions, and then over across the pond against the Vikings.
Nào đắt sẽ tùy giá chứ em. Xin chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng bằng. Hôm nay mình nói là hạt nhựa và dây sọ.
Để đấy để con quay con Vision đi sang trọng gấp 3 là sẽ điện.
Thì đấy một đôi vi thì tháng có độ hơn 10 triệu đến một đôi vi rồi.
Điền linh nhận mấy triệu bạc. 7 triệu.
Gần chục đây.
Giờ mùa cũ giá không?
Đây là một thứ.
Đấy là việc thằng ngu.
Liên thằng thừa thì
Division nhìn sang trọng bao nhiêu. SH thì anh biết là SH. Tầm tuổi này chỉ quên có Division chắc đánh theo.
một con cái quay 18 xương ấy. Giờ bây giờ mình mất tin người sắp sư rồi.
Chưa mất, đã sát nhập xong đâu. Đến tháng 6 cuối, hạn cuối là tháng 6 mới sát nhập xong rồi.
Chắc mình không nhớ. Không, nếu mà ấy xong là mình không thuộc Sóc Sơn nữa thì phải.
Mình không còn huyện Sóc Sơn nữa. Là sẽ có từ xóm, từ làng đến xã, đến thành phố luôn.
Không một huyện nữa.
Để chị nó gửi cho cái danh sách sát nhập đâu rồi, không cho xem, chị cho xem. Mười mấy xã bây giờ hiện tại này cho thành một hết, gộp là một hết. Cái xã Đông Xuân bây giờ đang có này là sau bị chia đôi, một nửa đi xã Sóc Sơn, một nửa đi xã Đa Phúc. Đang nghe này quen rồi. Đấy, giờ đi qua ủy ban, nó gỡ cả biển ủy ban xã Xuân Thu rồi đấy à. Giờ ở trong đấy nó ít làm việc hơn rồi. Sau nay mai mà đi làm cái gì, đi công chứng cái gì á, đi xa gấp mấy lần nữa, sao biết được nó đặt cái trụ sở ở chỗ nào.